So I wanted to mention a few things regarding your post about, should we go to a tournament my kid's not playing? And the reason I'm saying this is because a lot of people are like, hell yeah, absolutely, she shouldn't go, she's not playing, it's a waste of your money, all that. So I want to give you some ideas from a former coach. And so the first one is that I see a lot of posts of people saying, my kid's devastated, they don't know why they're not playing, they have no clue. Your kid should never not have a clue why they're not playing. If they're not playing in the tournament, they should have a conversation 24, 48 hours, whatever it is, after with the coach. They should have a note with the things that they want to talk about. And I have a list of 10 I'll put in the comment. And they should literally have a conversation with the coach. Do not have the conversation with the coach before practice. That you don't have enough time. It doesn't end well that way. No, have it afterwards. And email or text the coach to schedule a time and tell them what it is. Don't do that whole BS of we need to talk. No, literally say, I'd like to have a conversation after class, after practice regarding my role during the tournament, so that they know and they can prepare. So they should always be having that conversation. If they're not having the conversation and you're sitting here saying that they still don't know, then that's their fault. Like, there should be conversations. These are big person things that they have to do. Well, we're afraid about, consequences. Welcome to life. There's consequences to everything. You cannot train your child to be afraid of hard conversations because of consequences. It's not a good thing to do. So they should have that conversation. They should always know what they need to do. If it's like, well, they're not giving specifics, push them to be specific. What do I need to do to play? And not saying the role, but what do I need to do to play? What skill do I need to work on? It's really critical that they have that conversation. The second thing is you're saying, we shouldn't go if they're not playing. Well, in your mind, what's the bare minimum that's acceptable to you? Is it one serve? Is it 1 point? Like, what's the bare minimum? Because you're saying that, and then say if the coach is like, okay, she'll play. And then you go to the tournament and she plays for 2 seconds, one rotation, you're going to be pissed. So what for you is the bare minimum? And is it acceptable bare minimum for a person on a team? So think about that. The third thing is, your kid not going, how is it going to affect her experience on the team? Your kid just says, I'm not going because I'm not playing. What's that going to be like as a teammate on the team now? Moving forward, that next practice, what's it going to be like? Because she's going to miss a whole bunch of stuff because she didn't go because she wasn't going to play. So I want you to think about that. What is that experience going to be like for her? The fourth thing is recruiting. If your kid is of recruiting age and wants to be recruited, and she doesn't go because she's not playing, college coaches will tend to go up to a coach and say, hey, where's number 4? I really wanted to take a look. Your coach is going to be honest and will say, she didn't want to come because she wasn't playing. Baby, a college coach hears that, she's crossed out. And guess what? We're going to go and talk to other coaches and be like, yo, I went to go look at number 4 on this team and she didn't come because she wasn't playing. People are going to scratch her off that list. They're going to scratch her right off. Because what does that mean if she goes to college and doesn't play? She's not going to travel because she's not playing? So you are making her, in some ways, unrecruitable. Because a club coach will be honest as to why your kid isn't there. And the fifth thing is, after all these, you're like, okay, she's still going to go. Then she needs to tell the team face-to-face. Not this whole send a vague text message, I'm just not going because I don't feel well. Or the parent sending an email to the club coach or the club director, my child's just not going because she's not playing. No, she needs to tell the team face-to-face, I am not going because I am not playing. She needs to do that face-to-face. Because what tends to happen is that parents want to cover for their kids, but I'll just send an email. No. If she's not going for a reason, she needs to be, like I said, put her big girl panties on and tell the team face-to-face. Welcome to consequences and repercussions. And so many times I see parents who are like, we're not going to waste our money for the kid to just go and not play. There's a reason why. And sometimes skill development, again, where the coach thought she was in the tryouts is not where she is. And she needs to develop her skill. Well, then why keep her on the team? Because we thought she would develop. We're not seeing it in practice. And so I think it's a really important conversation with your athlete so that they know what things they specifically need to develop, and are they actually developing at the speed that the game necessitates. That's really important stuff. Lastly, I do these videos because I ain't got time to type all this stuff up. And I know I come from a lot of experience in coaching youth in college, and I do these because I want to help you not make a big mistake that drastically affects your kids' experience or their recruiting because you're frustrated with something that you're only seeing through one view, and the view isn't the totality of the situation. Like I've said in previous videos, the bench creates champions. The bench creates really strong people. And when you are like, well, they're not playing and they shouldn't even be going, you're missing out maybe on some development things that your kid could be gaining. But because you feel like your money you're not getting your worth out of your money, as if it's a shirt or a drink that you're exchanging services for, you're missing out on a lot of development for your kid. I understand it sucks that your kid's not playing and it affects her mentally. And I hope you're having conversations, not pissed off, but why does it affect her mentally? What is she doing to get better? What does she need to work on? How is she showing her leadership skills? Even if she's upset or pissed off, how is she still being a great teammate? All those things, because that's what recruiters look at. Your kid's not playing, but she's a phenomenal cheerleader, a phenomenal teammate. That's going to add them up. They're going to move them up a peg compared to someone else. So I hope this helps with that type of situation.